Hey guys, so I was going to vlog this week, but well, for the 2 days last week, the Wednesday and the Thursday, because I went to the Dunkirk premiere, the world premiere in Leicester Square, to see all the cast, meet all the cast, and then I saw the film after as well. Not in Leicester Square, I saw that at the BFI South Bank, which was really good. So I'm going to give my experience of my at the premiere and everything that happened in the premiere, and then as well kind of review the film a little bit, maybe at the end, if I have enough time. So we got there pretty early at 7. I mean, people were camped out and people were getting there from stupid o'clock the day before to get wristbands. So you had to go the day before to get a crowd your wristband, and they let you in and they gave you a map of where everything was, so we could choose where we wanted to stand, and we chose crowd pen 2 because it was the close one in the middle, and we asked how many people could be fit around the edge, and they said about 100, so we got number 83 to 85, which was really good. We can fast forward to the next day. We got there a bit later, so we got told we didn't have to get there until 1, but we got there about 10:30. And we went to McDonald's, and I have some footage from we designed some posters to put on the front of the stuff, so I'll put some footage in here. Colouring for the thing. Say hi, guys. Hello. My vlog. I think so. Oh my god, it's 11:36. We're gonna go this soon. Bye. So after that we were literally okay, let's just go around and see what's happening, and people were already queuing up, but we were well, what's the point? So we didn't know where to queue up because one security guard was telling us one side and the other one was saying the other side, and we were okay, but neither of you are black suit security, proper security, you're all event security, so whatever. And then this black suit security person came and was look, if you go and stand over there, we'll come and get you. And so we did. I think Alison and Savenya, which were the 2 people I went with. Originally I was just going with Alison, but I went with Alison and Savenya. They went to the toilet and I stayed with the other girls, and we lined up, and then eventually they called orange 1 to 50 and then 50 to 100. And we went in, but not in, and then they queued us up for 40 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes, and we were the first ones in, so we were the first ones to go in the whole thing, and so we had to go through security. So we had dog searches for our bags for drugs and stuff, then we had bag searches, so they went for our bags, and then we had a scanner, you know, the metal detector thing. They ran it up and down, but they didn't do it very well anyway. And then we went in and we got barrier, so I'll post the video here of where we were actually stood. And we waited, and about 3:20, me and Alison decided we needed the toilet really badly, so we were okay, we're going to the toilet, and we went to security, and he was I can only let you in until up to 3:30, and we were are you kidding, it's 22 minutes past 3 now. So we had 8 minutes to get to the toilet and back, which actually wasn't that bad because we legged it, we sprinted, and we were help, we got wristbands, we're going to the toilet, we'll be back in a minute. So we went through, and then we went to the toilet, and we walked really quickly through this pub, and then out again, and then we sprinted back, and then people were with no wristbands were being let in. And so we held our wristbands up, we were we got wristbands, we would have been through, and they let us through. It was really nice, security were really nice to us. And then eventually everything started going happening, and they started giving these bags out and all this kind of stuff, and we were on a few interviews, and they went across with the camera and stuff, and it was actually really good, to be honest, that bit. And then the first one to arrive was Finn. Finn, I've been following him for a long time, and everyone's now got really into him, but so he came out of his car, and I lost it. I was the tears were forming in my eyes because of how much I love Finn. And yeah, he came out the car, and then everyone else started arriving, and I love the whole cast. I've been into the whole cast since filming began. But so the first person I met was Anarin. I actually also have things signed. So this is Anarin's autograph. He was the first person I met. I also got a photo with him, and I got another photo with him, and I think I got in someone else's photo as well, so I post them all here. And then he went off, and like he like came along, and one of his security, well, his like, you know the people that like stand with them and like, hey, like they're public relations like people. Anyway, she was like, I'm gonna have to take him away from you in a minute, and I like was like, no please, can I just get a photo and like say hi first? And she was like, okay fine, and she let me take photos and stuff with him, and then she took him away. And yeah, so it was fun. Then the next person to come down was Barry Keegan. Barry I have been following once again for ages. So I was like, hey, how are you? So he signed this in like a silvery pen. I didn't even see that. Is it? And he's also put a smiley face, which is cute because like I've looked at other people's signatures and he hasn't done smiley faces with anyone else. He was really, really nice. Like, I love Barry. And then I thought Finn was gonna come down, and he was like a couple of people in front of me. And I was like preparing myself for Finn, and then Tom Glencarney came over, and I was like, oh. Because like Tom, he's like favorited my stuff on Twitter, and all this kind of stuff, and he's a really nice person. So he came over, and I was like, hey, how are you, blah blah blah, and he signed this for me. The only reason I can tell it's Tom's is because the next one's like Finn's, so yeah, so he signed this for me. And also you can see the C, TGC, Tom Glencarney. He was really nice, and I got photos with him too. Well, I had to take a photo with Alison with him too, but he was like really nice, guys. The whole cast was like really nice. And then the next person that came along was Finn, and I started taking a photo with him, and then just started talking like so badly. I was like, I loved you in this, I loved you in this, I was meant to come and see you in Natives, and but I couldn't make it, blah blah blah. And he was just laughing, and like he was being really cute. He was like, oh thank you, how are you, blah blah blah. And he spent like a lot of time with me, and then I asked him to for an autograph, and he didn't have a pen on him, and so he was like, do you have a Sharpie by any chance? And I was like, I do. And I pulled out like 3 or 4, and he was like, what colour? I was like, what colour do you want? And he like chose one. So I have the Sharpie is like on top of the board that I got, which I'll show you at the end. But yeah, he was really nice, and he like stopped with me for ages. And obviously I didn't get a selfie on my own with him, but Alison wanted a selfie too, so he kind of got next to me and then got a selfie with me next to in Alison's photo, so which was really nice because I love Finn to pieces. I hadn't met him before, and I'd been like planning to meet him for like so long. The next person that came along was Mark Rylance, so Sir Mark Rylance. Once again, really nice. I got a photo of me talking to him here. He was like really nice. We just kind of exchanged like pleasantries, and then I got him to sign, you can tell it says Mark, I got him to sign this, and then he went off, but he was really nice. The last person I met before Harry Styles was Jack Lowden. I hadn't really been following him as much as the others, but I did like follow him on Twitter and stuff, so I was kind of like, oh, it's Jack Lowden, you know, kind of normal. Yeah, he was really nice. Once again, hey, how are you? Normal stuff. Yeah, and then the last person to come over was Harry. So I've been a fan for Harry for so long, and I hadn't met him since 2014. He was really nice. He skipped us at first, or he skipped me at first. He missed me and Alison, but he like took photos with it and like signed stuff for everyone else. And so I just started talking to him like a normal person would do, and he started talking back to me. And then I didn't even ask him for a photo. I literally just I was just talking to him, and he just came back and was like, do you want a photo? And I was like, yes please. And I was like, yes, this works. And so I got a photo with him, and I also have a photo of him like looking into my eyes, and another photo of him looking into my eyes, that everyone's like, oh my god, how did you get him to do that? I was talking to him, guys. Can't fault Harry Styles. I never have been able to fault Harry Styles, except from at the 2014 signing when I'm pretty sure he hated me, but there is reasons behind that. So after the premiere finished, after Prince Harry had walked down with the veterans, which was really nice. We all clapped them. They started cutting the boards down from the like edges. Once again, here's like a photo of them. And I wanted one, even though I had to go and do something else, and so I got one and I'll post it here. And we had to trape through the whole of the tube system with that. So we walked into Leicester Square like station, down, took the like, I think it was is it the Northern Line? Yeah, I think it's the Northern Line. Took the Northern Line to Waterloo, and with these big poster boards that no one else had, and it was just us, and there were so many people drinking, and it was so awkward, but it was so worth it because we got to bring them home. So me and Alison both got one each. We went in and with our tickets because we were going to see the film, and the first thing we got given once we come in was this BFI Dunkirk an intro thing, which was like some notes that has basically like what it's about, why Dunkirk, what's the Britishness about it, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's really nice to read. It's like really good to read. And we sat down and Christopher Nolan came out and introduced the film, and we got some like stories about how they like submerged the camera for 4 hours underwater and thought they'd like lost all the footage, but because it was a film camera, because it's IMAX, it was fine. So you got that story, some other stuff as well. It was really nice to have that intro by like Nolan, Christopher Nolan, and his wife Emma. But yeah, it was really good. The film itself is absolutely fantastic. If you get a chance to watch it, I'd say go and watch it. Like Harry, Finn, Tom Glencarney, Barry, Jack Cloden, Tom Hardy, Cillian Murphy, they were all fantastic acting, and I can't fault them for it. It was just brilliant, like so fantastic. Such a like intense film the whole way through. It's like such an impact. Once you've like watched it, you can't get enough of it. So I'm going to see it on Friday again, and I probably will do a full review for my next Monday's video, because I want to. But yeah, so if you get a chance to watch Dunkirk, I'd say watch Dunkirk. It's like fantastic, and it's like historically very accurate. It's not like based off of something that's like fairy tale story. It's historically accurate, and you can tell they've researched it to the T. So yeah, that was my Dunkirk premiere experience and a little bit of a review of the film. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you all again next week. Bye.